All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music news and doing it in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I just figured I would do it. All right. You know why I'm talking like this? Because I'm going to talk about a scam, the farewell tour scam. And don't buy into the farewell tour scam. I got a lot of people that say to me, Dave, would you go see this? And I don't go to see anything for the most part. So when I give advice, I'm kind of saying, yeah, personally, I wouldn't go see it. But if you really want to see it, just make good choices out there, right? If the band has like zero original members, but they sound good and you want to hear the music, then go. But keep in mind, you're still going to spend a lot of money. So before I talk about the farewell tour scam, um, here's this band Atlantic. This is another great release from the folks over at Escape Music, where you can go and escape from the election of 2024 by listening to music. This is called Another World, so you can go off to another world and hear music that sounds like Toto and Foreigner and Asia and Saga and Golden Earring and yeah, I mean, all rolled into one band. So yeah, check out Atlantic. They're really good. They've been around for a while. And if you haven't heard of them, it's because we don't have a music industry anymore. So yeah, it's not like they have a high budget over here at Escape and they've got guys calling radio stations. And where are they going to play this anyway? They're not going to play it over at Mainstream Rock because it's not dark and menacing and evil sounding. So that's yeah, I'm doing some editorials here. These are mini sermons within the bigger sermon. So um anyway, so Foreigner, right, is never going away. This just this is a great story. Jeff Pilson gives an interview where he defines this is actually hysterical. Okay? So he's defining what farewell really means, right? So, in case you didn't know, let me see where I should pick this up. He says, well, how long do you want to go? Meaning, how long do you want to keep performing? How many shows do we want to do? And that way we can kind of wind it down nicely over the next few years. But there's no absolute end date. So when you're saying farewell, typically, isn't there an end if you're saying farewell? Like when baseball players retire, right? And they announce they're going to retire, the last game of the season is their last game. And after that, they retire, unless, of course, they say they're coming out of retirement. But, there's not as much fakery there because most guys, unless you're Doug Flutie, right? Or who else? Tom Brady, right? He was doing that stuff where he was saying he's going to retire and then he comes back. But usually you quit, you're done, and that's it. But with Jeff Pilson and Foreigner, there is no absolute end date yet. And so it's a wind down right now. There's no farewell. So okay, so this is the key point of this video. So how is it that all of your promotional merchandise says Foreigners Farewell Tour? How is it that you can do that? And then some casual fan, not like me, sorry, I'm not a casual fan, is browsing the internet, right? They get a little pop-up message and it says, hey, tonight, Foreigner Farewell Tour at Barbara B. Mann Auditorium. Tickets are now on sale. They're only $140 each, plus fees, plus parking, plus whatever else we can charge you for as you walk into the stadium. Yeah, and you get to your checkout there, your cart, and it says like $427. And it doesn't include the Kleenex you're going to need to stop the nosebleed from where you're going to be sitting. Sorry, I'm here all week. Sometimes the jokes work and sometimes they don't. So, but yeah, you'll need something to stop the bleeding. And you're paying for this, and the casual fan is like, I really like Cold as Ice. It's a good song. Have you heard that on the radio? Have you heard that other song that's kind of contrary to Cold as Ice called Hot Blooded. That's a good one too. I like 2 songs by Foreigner. We need to go see this band and pay $427 for 2 tickets. It'll be great. And if we want what? A snack or a beer? Tack on another $50 at least. I mean, these numbers, folks, you guys who are blessed with disposable income like that, it's not that I envy you, but can I take some of your money? Well, first of all, if you want to donate $1 a month to the channel, that would be great. But I could invest that money into something, put it into gold or silver or something that's, doing well as far as having some sort of return in value or increase in value. But old rock bands, man, it's just not something I want to invest in. People say, how come you're not going to this show? I get guys calling me from rock bands saying, how come you didn't ask me for tickets to go see this? 3-hour drive. Very few original members. Singer is having trouble. These are actual reasons I've been giving to people. Singer does not sound like the music sounds anymore. Sitting in traffic. What else? Can't get to the restrooms because there's a huge line of guys in their 60s and 70s who have to get up to use the bathroom every 15 minutes. So these are serious concerns I have. And so I can either go listen to an album that I have. I could even watch a concert performance now because they're all uploaded to various platforms. Or I have a DVD collection. I know I'm not supposed to, but yeah, that means I have to leave the couch and get the DVD and actually drop the DVD into the DVD player and then sit down and press play on the remote. That's a lot of work, right? But you know what? It's a lot easier than me suffering in a stadium, which at times is overcrowded, poorly air conditioned. I mean, we're talking in the middle of the summer here. So I have to make decisions, right? And then typically I'm going to have to get the time away from what I'm doing here and also my family. I'm going to have to make arrangements there. So children are babysat. And so anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but this is a true situation. Now, if you're older and your kids are all out of the house, you're empty nesters, and your investments all paid off, and you've literally got nothing to do with your life, by all means, go to a concert. But, this isn't a farewell tour. It's just not. And if you're the casual fan with disposable income, you're just going to respond to. So this is a scam, folks. This is a scam. Now, it's a subtle scam. And, Jeff Pilson is going to explain to you why they can call this a farewell tour, or what the difference is between the way they used to tour and how they're touring now. All right. He says, again, we call it a farewell tour. This is Jeff Pilson now, because this is the last time we're going to really be touring. Those are his words. So if it's just 2 tourings back to back, that's okay. But if it's 3 tourings back to back, if it's touring, find like I'm in 1990 and it's like Tony or something like that. I don't know. Just popped in my head. See, the music never stops. My mouth stops moving, but the music never stops. So, so if it's 3 tourings in a row, that's not a farewell tour. Okay. So I'm just cracking up, like thinking about this. All right. So Jeff Pilson has clarified why this is a farewell, how they can call it a farewell tour. I think it's false advertisement. It's definitely a false advertisement, or advertising. Eagles are doing the same thing with their farewell tour that just keeps adding dates. It's the farewell tour that never ends. The Eagles will be living in Vegas. Don Henley will get his mail in Vegas. Joe Walsh has bought a house in Vegas. No, I know that's probably not true, but I'm just putting it out there. because with one show, old Joe can probably buy a nice piece of property in Vegas, and the next night he can do another show. It'll be paid for, and then if he needs to sell it, he can sell it when he moves out of Vegas or when they finally move to a different stadium. Folks, this is just the way the world right now with the music industry. I have nothing really brilliant to say other than it's a scam. And if you fall for this scam and you don't care, that's fine. I'm not saying you're stupid for falling for the scam, but it's not a farewell tour, you know? And my other theory is, yeah, Kelly Hansen wants to kind of chill. He wants to wind down. He doesn't think he can sing this catalog for too much longer. But they got this guy in the on deck circle by the name of Luis Maldonado or Maldonado. I always mess his name up, but he used to be in Train, and he sounds more like Lou Gramm than Kelly Hansen does. So when Kelly says it's over, and even if Jeff Pilson says, hey, I'm tired, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm thinking Jeff might hang around for a little while. But Kelly might say, hey, Mick, I want the golden parachute. I want out. Just give me some residual income, and Luis can go out there and be me and be a better version of me. And the fans aren't going to care because now we're two singers removed from Lou Gramm. And at that point, you're just a tribute band with the name, right? You've got the name, much like Little River Band or the Guess Who, until I think it was Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings shut it down, which was awesome, by the way. Oh, but Mick is going to be, yeah, keep going. Mick Jones, he's going to say, keep going. That's why Lou Gramm wanted a better deal, because this will go on for, 100 years. And the people who own all of the, the naming and all of the trademarking and all that, those people are going to make out like bandits, because this stuff will just grow over time. We've seen this happen with pretty much every rock band, where they'll put a song in a movie or they'll put it in a TikTok video, and then they're making millions of dollars. And so yeah, selling your publishing and all that stuff is fun when it happens, but think of all of this residual income that will never go away. So Foreigner, they're not going anywhere. This ain't a farewell tour, because it's not touring. That means it's touring, which 2 tourings is okay. If it's just touring, then it's kind of a farewell tour. If it's 1 touring, you're pretty much on your deathbed at that point, and they'll never be back. So anyway, a little tongue-in-cheek entertainment here for folks. Sorry about this video. I just don't understand why people fall for this stuff, but I do, because I do and I don't. This is nostalgia and people want a piece of it, but this doesn't resemble anything that this started as. Okay, this is not Foreigner in their heyday. These aren't the original guys doing what they did 40 years ago. This is just a copy, and it's a pretty good copy. And if you want to hear the music, great. And if you want to pay all that money, great. But quite honestly, there are tribute bands that are roaming around all over the place who are probably going to give you a better value, right? And they might even sound better. Just putting it out there. All right. So I've wasted all that time, and sorry. Here's Atlantic. This won't waste your time if you go and listen to it. This is called Another World, and it's great music. I think you'll like it. If not, it's just streaming unless you go and purchase a copy. And you should buy a copy, right? If you go and listen and you like it, buy a copy of it. We had that meltdown the other day where people couldn't get flights and airplanes were not taking off and so forth. I mean, if everything out there crashes, right, and it can, that you won't be able to listen to Spotify. You won't. I mean, I know this is far-fetched, but it could happen. It might be cool to have some backup. So again, have a hard copy of the stuff that you like. I still have a CD player in my car. I know people tell me, CD player? You still have a CD player? You're funny. All right. I'm funny. I'm old school, man. I'm old school. That's why I have all these CDs around me here. Thanks for watching the channel, for putting up with me. If you can support the channel, that would be good. Before I say do my farewell tour, I'm thinking of doing a farewell video tour, right? And people would cheer all over the world and say, thank God that guy's gone. But, you know, I could say, hey, you don't know. I might not do any more videos, but I'm probably going to do some videos, but not as many videos as I used to do. So I'm thinking I can call that a farewell video tour, right? So if you can donate to the channel before I do the farewell, like it's got to be 3 in a row, because then it's a real farewell. But yeah, if you want to donate to the channel, despite all of this silliness, then I really appreciate that. God bless everyone. Pray for peace all around the world and in the Middle East, especially in the Middle East. It's like it's a different part of the world. And it is. It's a very hot spot right now. Also, Ukraine, Russia, pray for peace there. Pray for peace in our government. And as I always say, pray for peace in your own heart, because really some people are very angry and frustrated, and you can feel it. It's in the air. It's election season. It's 2024. It's crazy, and it's going to probably get even crazier. So best thing to do, go for a walk. I have a dog, so I like to take the dog for a walk, and that tends to clear things up. By the way, for those of you who asked, Ruthie is doing great. She had surgery about a month ago. She has rebounded, and she is eating every treat in our house, including stuff that I'm not supposed to be giving her. So there you go. A Ruthie update, which is probably the most important part of this entire video.